Hello students, welcome to Narayan PU College online classes. So we are discussing haloalkanes and haloarenes competitive, and you have to see, we have in the last class we have discussed up to the ninth question. Now we have to discuss about the 10th question. From 10th onwards we will discuss. Clear now? See now question number 10. So what the question they have given, predict the major product of the following reaction. You have to predict the major product. Clear? So whenever they have given major product means you have to think it. Clear? So see now what the compound they have given here is CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2OH, CH2OH is treated with H2SO4 and heat. H2SO4 and heat. Clear? Ma? So this is the compound they have given, and H2SO4 acidic medium and heat. They are asking what is the major product here. Clear? You know that they have given here heat. Heat means which reaction will take place? Elimination. Clear, my is? So heat is their elimination reaction. This is, you know, conversion of alcohols to alkene. We have already discussed in the haloalkanes, haloarenes. Clear, my is? So what is the intermediate in this reaction? Carbocation is a intermediate. As you already know, acidic medium is there, and first protonation takes place, and this OH will be removed as a water. Then you will get the carbocation is intermediate. And I already mentioned, whenever there is a carbocation, then there is a chance of rearrangement. Clear? So that's why first of all you see what happened here. So H2SO4 means it gives the which ions here? H plus ion, acidic medium. You know that here oxygen is there, oxygen, and it donates the pair of electrons to H plus and converted into, you know what the product you will get here? CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, and you know CH2, OH, OH, and which charge you will get here? Positive charge, because oxygen is losing electron. Losing electrons means what it is? It is giving electrons to H plus. Positive charge you will get it. Clear? Ma? So it is a positive charge. So that's why what happened you see here. Oxygen having positive charge is oxygen is a highly electronegative atom. So oxygen is having positive charge means the molecule it is a unstable. So that's why it try to get the stability by gaining electron from a neighbor carbon, and carbon is losing electron and oxygen is gaining electron. Then what the compound you will get? You see CH3, CH2, CH, and here what is there? Ma? CH3. Now you will get the CH2 plus. Clear? Ma? So from here, so next step will come. This is clear? Ma? From here to here. So which one is removed here? Minus H2. Water will be removed. So what the intermediate we got here? Carbocation. What the intermediate here? Carbocation. You know that whenever there is a carbocation, then there is a chance of which one? Rearrangement. Rearrangement if there is a chance, because it is a which carbocation? Primary carbocation, because positive charge is present on the CH2. So that's why it is a which carbon? Primary carbocation. Whenever primary carbocation is there, then there is a chance to get the secondary or tertiary carbocation in this molecule. Then the rearrangement takes place. Is there chance to form here any secondary or tertiary carbocation? Yes, you know that here hydrogen is present here. Clear? Ma? So hydrogen. So this hydrogen along with its bond electrons, it moves here. So along with its bond electron means here H minus and here CH2 plus, minus and plus there will be a bond, and this is hydrogen is negative means carbon is with charge? Positive. So that's why what the compound you will get, intermediate you will get is CH3, CH2, you know CH3, and here which charge you will get? Positive charge, and it is become a CH3. Because CH2 and hydrogen become a CH3. Now which carbocation here? It is a tertiary carbocation. Positive charge present on the carbon, and here all our groups are there, all methyl ethyl groups. So that's why it is a which carbocation? Tertiary carbocation. This is a which carbocation ma? Tertiary carbocation. You already know that tertiary carbocation is a more stable compared to which one ma here? Primary carbocation. Then you know here heating they have given means which reaction should take place? Elimination means you know that here elimination always from the which hydrogen should be removed? Beta hydrogen. So it is a alpha carbon, positive charged carbon we will call as a alpha carbon attached carbons we will called as a beta carbon. Clear? So which hydrogen, beta hydrogen will be removed? It depends upon the stability of alkene. We have already studied. So which alkene will be formed means more substituted alkenes are the major products according to the Sage-Joff rule or Zaitsev rule. Clear ma? So what the hydrogen, where the hydrogen should remove? If I remove hydrogen from here, I will get the more substituted alkenes. So H and H here. Shall I write my CH2? Then what I will get here? These bond electrons will come here. H plus will be removed and bond electrons, here bond electrons free. These electrons will come here to neutralize the C plus. Then what the compound you will get? You will get the compound is CH3 and CH double bond, and here what is there ma? CH3. This is the major product. Suppose if hydrogen is removed from here, CH2 and H, just assume from this beta or this both are same. So if it is hydrogen removed, then what the product you will get, you see? And here suppose this is hydrogen A and this is hydrogen B. Hydrogen A is removed and you will get hydrogen B is removed, then what the compound you will get, you see? CH3, CH, and here CH3 and double bond, what you will get ma? CH2. This is the product. So which alkene is most stable? This alkene is most stable. Why? Because according to the Sage-Joff rule, more substituted alkenes are most stable and formed as a major product. So now in this case, double bonded hydrogens are there, we will not consider substituent. This is one substituent and these are one. Total how many substituents are there? 2. But here you see 1 and 2 and here 2 this double bonded carbon CH3. Total how many substituents are there? 3. More substituent alkenes are always major products. So that's why this is the major product, not this. Clear ma? So they clearly mentioned what they have mentioned here, predict the major product, not the minor product. So that's why this is your answer. So what is your answer is here? Option 2 is the correct one. Clear ma? Remember always, and H2SO4 and heating they have given means here elimination reaction. Elimination reaction means you see directly if you write elimination means CH3, CH2 and CCH3H and CH2OH. So we will think that if H2SO4 and heat is there, it is an elimination reaction. Alcohols are converted into alkenes. Alkenes if converted, then if you write here, this is a alpha carbon, this is a beta hydrogen. Elimination hydrogen from where it will take place? Beta hydrogen. If you remove this, then you will get this product. Clear? But it is not a major product. Clear? So that's why you have to remember, and conversion of alcohols to alkene, and the intermediate is a carbocation. Whenever there is a carbocation intermediate, there is a chance of rearrangement. So that's why what happened here, you will not get this product as a major product. That you have to think it. Clear ma? Good. Next one. See the question number 11. Question number 11. Which of the following compound will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction? Compound will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Clear ma? So first option they have given here chlorobenzene. Clear ma? So nucleophilic substitution reaction means chlorine should be replaced by nucleophile. That we will call as a nucleophilic substitution reaction. And another one is vinyl chloride. Second option. Third one is benzyl chloride. You know benzyl chloride formula. CH2Cl, benzyl chloride. And fourth one is here, another one compound here, this is the compound Br. Clear ma? So which undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction? Important question this is. You know that nucleophilic substitution means what happens here? Chlorine atom should be replaced by halogen atom should be replaced by the nucleophile. Clear ma? But here this haloarenes will not undergo nucleophilic substitution reactions easily. Why? Because you already know this bond is not a single bond, it is a partial double bond character this bond has. So why? Because no lone pair of electrons on the carbon and double bond are separated by single bond, so it is in conjugation, it involved in the resonance, so single bond is converted into double bond. So that's why here double bond character, partial double bond character will be there between the carbon and chlorine. Breaking this bond is difficult, so it will not involved in the nucleophilic substitution reaction. In the same way, here also you see lone pair of electrons, double bond are separated by single bond, and it is also involved in the which one? Resonance. Resonance means this bond will be converted into double bond and this bond will be converted into single bond. Means it is here which bond it is? It is not a single bond, it is a partial double bond character. Clear ma? So that's why breaking this bond is very difficult. Now breaking this bond is easy. Why? Because it is not directly attached to any double bond here, and after removing, which one you will get here? Carbon, benzyl carbocation. You know that benzyl carbocation is very stable, so that's why the rate of reaction depends upon the stability of carbocation. So this chlorine easily removes and you will get the stable carbocation, so you will get this compound involved in the nucleophilic substitution reactions easily. And what about this carbon? This is important. Clear ma? Bridged head carbon you see here, and bromine is present here. Suppose if you remove this bromine, because here it is not attached to any double bond and removal of bromine will be easy. If you remove this bromine, and what will happen here is, and I already mentioned previous also, and the rate of this reaction always depends upon the stability of intermediate. If intermediate is more stable, then the nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place very fast. Clear ma? And actually this carbocation will not be formed. Why? Means you know that when the carbocation is formed, and what is the hybridization of this carbon? sp2. The carbon is what it is here? sp2. sp2 means all the carbon, the ring and this carbon should also be present on same plane. All means sp2 means what is the shape of the molecule? Trigonal planar means all molecules should be present on the same plane, but you know this ring will be present on the plane, but this ring, this is this bond is there, it is not present on the plane, it will come out. See here it is a 6-membered ring and this bond is there, it will come here. This is just assume this is a 6-membered ring and this bond will come here out of the plane. So out of the plane means all are not in the same plane. Clear ma? But sp2 hybridization means all should be on which one? Same plane. They all should be in the same plane. So that's why. So to manage that, this carbocation, because if carbocation is formed and the molecule will become unstable, so that's why this bond will not break easily. Clear ma? So that's why what is your option here? Your option is option 3 is the correct one. Clear? So that is the question number which one here? Question number 11. Next one. Coming to the question number 12. Question number 12. Clear ma? So this is, we have already discussed in the ethers, the question they have given. So what is the question? And this is CH3. What is the name of this compound? Anisole. We have already discussed in haloalkanes and haloarenes. And concentrate, concentrate HI is excess. HI they have taken is which one ma? Excess. Then the product of the above reaction is, and previous I have already mentioned. So what is we have discussed in the ethers chapter, alcohols, ethers, phenols and ethers we have discussed. And if I take here HI, if I take excess amount, then both will be the alkyl halides only. If you don't take excess, then what happen here? One of the bond will break and hydrogen will be attached to the oxygen and I will be attached to the R. Then what you will get here? Alcohol plus what it is ma? R dash I. Clear ma here? Got the point or not? But here I have taken HI is excess amount, so that's why H and OH will be removed. Then again you will get what it is? Ri plus what it is there already previous is formed. R dash I, both are which one ma here? Alkyl halides only. Got my point here? Means if you take the excess amount of the HI and which is treated with the ethers, you will get the both the products are alkyl iodides only, not the alcohol and alkyl iodide. Both will be what it is here, alkyl iodides only. Here also you have to think. Clear? Now I already mentioned, if unsymmetrical ethers are there, where the cleavage takes place. Clear ma? Because and if the bond breaks here, you will get the phenol and CH3I. If the bond breaks here, you will get CH3OH and iodobenzene. But which bond will break, that you have to decide. Clear? So which bond will break? Because you know that this bond is not a single bond, it is a partial double bond character. Why? Because here oxygen is having which one? Lone pair of electrons. When there is a lone pair of electrons, here which one is there? Benzene ring. Lone pair double bond is separated by which bond? Single bond. It involved in the resonance. When it involved in the resonance, lone pairs are converted into bond pairs and this bond become a partial double bond. And double bond, and here which bond is there? Single bond. Which bond is easy to break? Single bond is easy to break. So that's why this bond will break. Clear ma? When this bond breaks, you know, oxygen is more electronegative than the carbon. So oxygen gets the negative charge, carbon gets the positive charge. And here H plus and I minus. So positive will be attached to the negative, that is oxygen. Means always hydrogen will be attached to the oxygen, that you remember. So you will get the compound is, one is phenol and plus another one is which one ma? CH3I. CH3I. Got the point ma here? Oh sorry, they have not given here benzene ring. They have given simply, sorry, it is not the benzene ring. So simply OCH3 they have given. What they have given ma here? OCH3. Clear? So OCH3. So what is the final product? You will get it. Clear ma? Final product means what we have taken here? HI. HI means what it is ma? Excess. Excess means what it is? One will be formed, you know, iodine, and here also will be formed iodine. Means directly you can write on this iodine and also CH3I. This is your product. So what is your answer now? Answer option 3 is the correct one. Clear ma? Next one. So question number 13. Come to the question number 13 here. Question number 13. Which of the following compounds will give enantiomeric pair on treatment with HOH? Enantiomers. Enantiomers means you know that the molecule, to get the enantiomers, the molecule should not have any plane of symmetry and it also should have at least one chiral carbon. Clear ma? So that's why see this compound and you need not to do anything. See if which one is a chiral compound that will show the, you know, it will give the enantiomeric pairs. Clear? See the first one here. First compound is C6H5 and here C2H5 and H, and here what you will get ma? C2H5. Is it a chiral compound? No, this carbon is not a chiral carbon. Why? Because chiral carbon means what it is ma? The carbon should attach to the 4 different groups, but here these two are different, but these two are same, so it is not a chiral compound. It is not a chiral, so it will have the plane of symmetry, so that's why it will not give the enantiomeric product. And also go for the second one. Second one also CH3 and Br C2H5. Is it chiral compound? No, because to this carbon there is same 2 groups are added, it is also not a chiral compound. Next one, and third one you see, third one C6H5 and here CH and here which one ma? Bromine, and here what it is there? D. Clear ma? Is it chiral compound? Yes. Why? Because you know that this carbon is attached to the 4 different groups. It is a chiral. It is a which one ma here? Chiral. When it is a chiral compound, you know, there is a chance to give the what it is ma? Enantiomers. And fourth one also, you know, 2 C2H5 groups are there, and so that's why it is also not a chiral compound. So chiral compounds will give the you know, enantiomeric pairs on treated with the HOH. And next one, compound 14th one you see, question is easy, but you have to use the, you know, Cl is there, and here Cl, what they have given here, NaOH, NaOH they have given here excess amount, and A will be formed. What is A? Clear ma? What is A means, you see here, what is A? Clear? The simple, it is a nucleophilic substitution, because Na plus and OH minus act as a nucleophile, and here which groups are there? Chlorine groups are there, so chlorines will be removed. But which chlorine will be removed? One chlorine or both chlorines will be removed? That you have to identify. Clear ma? You know that here which alkene this is, you see, it is a double bond and chlorine, vinyl halides like. So that's why this bond will not break easily. Why ma? Because it involved in the conjugation. Means you see double bond is there, and here lone pair of electrons, and double bonds are separated by which bond? Single bond. So that's why then there is a chance, it is a conjugation, so that's there is a chance of resonance like. Clear ma? So when it is resonance, it is there, then which bond will form here? Partially double bond. Partially double bond means to remove this Cl is very difficult. But here which bond is there? Single bond only. Is there any chance to form the double bond between this carbon and chlorine? No, it is single bond. Single bond means, and chlorine can easily substituted by the nucleophile. This, when OH attack here, and this chlorine will be removed. Then what the product you will get? You see, you will get the product is, and this Cl will not be replaced. Even you use the excess nucleophile also, this chlorine will not be replaced, and you will get the what it is ma? OH. That is the product. Clear? So 15th we will discuss. Next one is question number 15. Clear ma? See the question number 15. In the given a reaction, what the reaction they have given? CH3, CH2, and here sulfur, and they have given CH2, CH2Br, CH2Br, and here they have given KOH. Clear ma? Nucleophilic, and they have given here star mark on this carbon. Clear? And X, you will get the product X. What is the X here? Clear? So what we will think in this case, you know that simple it is, halogens are there, and KOH, aqueous KOH is there. They have given here, it is a aqueous. They have not mentioned alcoholic, means it should be a aqueous. Clear? And aqueous KOH is there, and halogens are there, nucleophile is there. Which reaction? Halogens involved in the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Then what the product you will get? You will get the product is here, the bromine will be replaced by the which one? OH. Then what the X will be? X will be CH3, CH2, yes, and CH2, CH2, OH. So this is the product. Clear? But you will not get only this product here. Along with this product, another product also you will get. Clear ma? So what is that product is here? If you see this compound, we have used which one here? Nucleophile. But you know, in the molecule also it is there one nucleophile. What it is there ma? Sulfur. Sulfur is having what it is? Lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons means it acts as a nucleophile. You know, already the molecule internally has one nucleophile. That is internal nucleophile we will call. So this nucleophile also, you know, involved in the reaction, that we will call as a NGP, neighboring group participation. What we will call that is NGP. NGP means what it is ma? Neighboring group participation. Neighboring group participation. Clear ma? Simply we will call here NGP, new concept here. So what is this one? NGP. So here NGP means neighboring. See, neighboring group is participating in the reaction, so that's why neighboring group participation we will say. So which compounds will show the neighboring group participation means the compound should have one leaving group, and also there should be a internal nucleophile like sulfur and sometimes oxygen also, which one is having the lone pair of electrons. Then it involved nitrogen also sometimes involved in the what it is here, neighboring group participation. Clear? And that is very important when we will use this neighboring group participation? When we have to observe this neighboring group participation means in the group, in the molecule, internal internal nucleophile should be present. Internal nucleophile should be present. Clear ma? And also there should be a leaving group. There should be a what it is ma here? Leaving group. Good leaving group there should be a present. Clear ma? And another very important is the internal nucleophile and leaving group should be in opposite position. You know, and the internal nucleophile and leaving group should be in which positions ma? Opposite position. Opposite positions. Then only we will observe the neighboring group participation. Now you see we have leaving group here, bromine, and internal, internal nucleophile also present in the molecule. So that's why there is a chance of the NGP. So that's why now you see this is all single bond. So that's why you don't think the molecule will be in this way. Clear? So that's why how I will write this is CH3, CH2, and here S, and here there will be a CH2, there will be a CH2, and there will be a bromine. This is the molecule. Clear ma? Now you know that this is a which bond here? This internal nucleophile is there. It donates the pair of electrons to this carbon and bromine will be removed. So NGP takes place very fast compared to the SN1 and SN2. So that's why before SN1 SN2 reaction takes place, NGP takes place. Clear ma? So that's why bromine will be removed. Then what the product you will get? You see, you will get the compound is CH3, CH2 and S, and where the star mark is there, here star mark is there, and there is a CH2 star mark, and here there will be a CH2 and bond, and on the sulfur there is a positive charge. Clear me here? Now you see, now nucleophile, now here it is a internal nucleophile is involved, then external nucleophile will be there. What is that one ma? OH minus. OH minus can attack because oxygen, sulfur and oxygen having the positive charge, and 3-membered ring and sulfur is having positive, so the molecule is very, very, very unstable. So to get the stability, what happened here? And whenever nucleophile attacks here, the bond breaks. And also nucleophile may attack here also, on this carbon also it may attack. Got my point ma here? Suppose once this is A and this is B, nucleophile attack takes place on this carbon, then this bond will break. Then what the product you will get? CH3, CH2, S, CH2 star, CH2OH. This is the product. Clear ma? But when OH is attack on this star CH2 carbon, then what will happen? You see, when this bond, when OH is attack on this carbon, this bond electrons will shift towards the sulfur. Sulfur is gaining electron already with charge positive, gaining electron means negative, charge will be neutralized. Then which product you will get? You see, you will get the product is CH3, CH2, and here S. Clear ma? Now this is S, it is, this bond is broken, S and CH2 bond is broken. Then what it is? Yes, CH2, and next one is, which one is there? CH2, CH2 is star, to the star what is added here? OH. Now you will get both the products here. One is direct product, that is here, intermediate is this one, and another one is, you see, previous, and star is with the star carbon is with the sulfur, but here you see star is carbon is not directly attached to the sulfur here. So that's why you will get the this is 50% chance of this and also 50% chance of this. Attack may take place on this carbon, that is chance is 50%. OH also may attack on this carbon, another 50% chance. So that's why you will get, this is a 1 and 1:1 mixture. This is 1:1 mixture, you will get it. So that is the compound. So what you will get the answer here? Option 3, 1:1 mixture of, this is 1 and this is 2. This is which compound here? Neighboring group participation. What is the main points? Internal nucleophile should be there, and also one leaving group should be present, and also the internal nucleophile and this leaving group should be in which direction? Opposite positions. Clear ma? That is next one. Question number 16. Come to the question number 16 here. Clear ma? Which of the following carbocation will undergo rearrangement? Clear ma? You already know that carbocation, when it involved in the rearrangement, if it gets the more stable carbocation after the rearrangement, then the molecule undergoes rearrangement. Clear ma? So that's why, see this one, options they have given. 16th one, first one is here. Clear ma? So there is a CH3 and here there is a positive. Clear ma? If rearrangement takes place and here H if it comes, here also what you will get? Positive charge. Both are same only, secondary only. So here there is no chance of rearrangement. And second one you see, and here this is and positive charge. Clear ma? So positive charge is there. It is a which carbocation? Tertiary carbocation. And suppose here one hydrogen is there. If this hydrogen along with the bond electrons if added, then what the compound you will get ma? You will get the, here there is a positive charge. Here also which carbocation? Which carbocation here? You know it is also tertiary carbocation. But you see here how many hyperconjugation steps? Which one is stable? This one is stable or this one is stable? Clear ma? See here, suppose if this is first one, I will write again. See now, here hydrogen is there, and if this hydrogen rearrangement takes place here, then you will get this compound. Which one is most stable? You have to identify. Now see, initially they have given this is the compound, and here positive charge. Clear ma? Here there is a one hydrogen. You know, and stability of carbocation will be, you know, confirmed or determined by the which one? Hyperconjugation. Now you see, this is the alpha carbon. Clear ma? So alpha carbon, sp2 carbon, this is sp3 carbon hydrogens we will called as a, you know, hydrogens. These hydrogens, alpha hydrogens we will say. And how many hydrogens are there here? 1, 2, and here 1, 2, total 4, and here 5. Total how many hyperconjugation structures you will get? 5 hyperconjugation structures you will get. But here you see how many hyperconjugation structure? Here CH3 is there, and here which one is there? CH3, and here there is a H. So total here 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So which one is most stable? This is most stable, so that's why rearrangement has been taken place. So what is your answer now? Option 2 is the correct one. Clear ma? Next one, 17th one. See the question number 17. 17 what they have given? This is the compound OH, and after then H plus and you know delta. Then you will get the major product here, and after this major product is treated with bromine and CCl4, then what the compound you will get it. What the compound you will get it. Clear ma? See now, simple. You know that acidic medium and heat. What is this condition? Elimination reaction. What is this condition ma? Elimination. So elimination means here beta hydrogen should be removed. Here one beta hydrogen, there is here one beta hydrogen. Clear ma? So which beta hydrogen will be removed here? This is why, because if you remove this beta hydrogen, you will get the more substituted alkenes. So you will get this hydrogen will be removed, and here OH, H and OH will be removed as a, you know what it is ma here? Water molecule. Then bond you will get. There is a chance to form cis and trans. They have mentioned here major product. Which one is major? Cis product or trans product? Always you know trans product is major. So that's why I have written here A is here trans product. And to this you added here Br2 and CCl4. Clear ma? Br2 and CCl4. Addition of bromine to the alkene is a, you might have studied in the first year. Addition of alkene, addition of halogens to the bromine. Which addition takes place? Anti-addition. Always bromine, and here addition takes place in anti-position. Means you will get like this. Clear ma? This is a bromine and this is a bromine. Anti-positions both will come. Clear ma? So which product you will get? This is the product, but they have mentioned here meso racemic diastereomers optically active single product. What is the product? So you know that it is a trans. You know that it is a which one? Trans. It is a trans molecule. Addition is which one? Addition is also always which one? Opposite. Opposite means what is trans? Trans plus trans. You will get here compound is meso. Compound is what it is meso. Clear? Otherwise, suppose one is trans, suppose the addition is here cis, addition is suppose cis. In some cases addition will be takes place in the cis model. Suppose I will simply take one example, and this is the trans alkene I have taken. I added here osmium tetroxide. Osmium tetroxide means, and OH will be added, you know, on the means cis hydroxylation we will call. Cis hydroxylation. Cis hydroxylation means what will happen here? OH and OH will be and attached to the same positions. Clear ma? That time what the product you will get means racemic mixture. Why? Because it is a which alkene? It is a trans alkene. Addition of OH osmium tetroxide is a which one? Cis here. So cis plus trans you will get the racemic mixture. That is the important. Clear ma? Trans and trans you will get meso, or you can simply say cis and cis you will get the meso. Clear? I will write here. Suppose if there is a cis plus cis, then you will get the which one here? Meso. Cis plus cis, what you will get? Meso. One is trans and another one is cis, or one is cis, another one is trans. You will get the racemic mixture. Remember this, you have to remember. Clear ma? So that is, I already mentioned, you see, sometimes they may give this question. Trans alkene they have given osmium tetroxide. Osmium tetroxide, what is the use of osmium tetroxide here? Hydroxylation. Clear ma? And double bond will be converted to single bond. One carbon will be at double bonded carbon to the double bonded carbon. One OH will be added, and another double bonded carbon, another OH will be added. So, but the addition takes place in a which manner? Cis. Both the OH will be on the same side. So that's why it is a trans, but osmium tetroxide addition is a cis. Trans plus cis always what you will get? Racemic mixture. Clear ma? But in this case you see double bond is there. Addition of halogens to the double bond always anti-addition. So it is a trans. It is also anti. We can say anti means what is trans. Clear ma? So that's why we can simply write trans plus anti meso. Clear ma? That also you can write, but simple for understanding purpose I am mentioning. Trans plus trans, meso. Cis plus cis, meso. But one is cis, one is trans. You will get which product? Racemic product. So that's why. See the question here in our case what they have given. So it is a trans. It is a addition also anti. Trans plus trans. What you will get? Meso. So our option should be option 1. Next one, see the question number 18. Question number 18. In order to accomplish the following conversion, what reagent and conditions would be required? Clear ma? So the compound they have given here is, this is the compound. So they have given, and here Cl, and it should be converted into, you know, this is the compound. Clear ma? So this is the compound. Clear? So it is which one? Which reaction? You can simply see here. Halogen is there. Halogen is converted into alkene. Dehydrohalogenation. One hydrogen and one chlorine will be removed. Then what you will get? Double bond you will get. Dehydrohalogenation reaction. Means elimination reaction simply. For elimination reaction, you know, it should follow the which rule? You know, Sage-Joff rule. Because according to the Sage-Joff rule, more substituted alkenes are the major products. Clear ma? But if you see here, if I write this compound in this way, same chlorine, this is chlorine attached carbon, we will call as a alpha carbon. Alpha carbon attached carbons we will call as a beta carbons. Clear ma? So these hydrogen will be removed. Always, you know, elimination reaction takes place from the beta carbon only. Means from the beta carbon hydrogen will be removed, and here hydrogen and here hydrogen. Here also you see this carbon is having how many bonds? 1, 2 and 3. 3 bonds are there here. 3 bonds are there means here one hydrogen is there. Clear ma? And here there are 2 chances. One is if hydrogen is replaced here, then you will get this compound, because you see hydrogen and chlorine, if you replace, this is, you will get this compound. If you remove this hydrogen and chlorine, then what the compound you will get? You see, you will get the compound is double bond, and here this is the compound. You know, this is, you see, more substituted alkene. Here one methyl group, and here one group, and here one group. Total how many substituents are there? 3 substituents are there. But if you take this one, here hydrogens and hydrogens, this is only the substituent here. only one substituent. Which one is major product? This is major product and this should be the minor product. Clear ma? But they are asking, they don't want this, they want only this one. So which conditions you have to maintain, that they are asking. Clear ma? So you know that here for elimination reaction we have to use the base. We have to use the which one here? Base. Then what happened? Base accept the here means alcoholic KOH we will write, you know. So alcoholic KOH means hydrogen and chlorine will be removed. If you use here strong base and also bulky base, clear ma? And I already mentioned it is a Sage-Joff product. If more substituted alkene means which one ma? Sage-Joff product. This is a Sage-Joff product, but they want which one? Less substituted alkenes. Less substituted alkenes means which product? Hoffman product they need. Hoffman means Sage, according to the Sage-Joff rule, highly substituted alkenes are more substituted alkenes are most stable and formed as a major. According to the Hoffman elimination, you know, and less substituted alkenes are the major product. Then Hoffman elimination when takes place means if the base is bulkier. If the base is which one here? Bulkier, then only Hoffman elimination product will be the major. This is which product? This is a Sage-Joff products. It is a Sage-Joff product. SAY. Clear ma? Product. Clear? So this is which product we will call here? Hoffman product. Hoffman's product. Clear? So when Hoffman product is formed, if the base is bulkier, suppose you see, I will take, this is the compound, same compound I have taken here, clear ma? Chlorine. If I use here bulkier base, tertiary butoxide or sodium tertiary butoxide or potassium tertiary butoxide, if I take this one, clear ma? You know, this is very big bulkier base. Clear? Now base what it will do? It accept the proton. Here one proton is there, here one proton is there. Which proton will be removed? You know, it is a bulkier, so that's why it removes the hydrogen where the hydrogen is free. If to remove this hydrogen, here very big bulkier group is there, and this bulkier group cannot come near to the hydrogen to remove. Why? Here one big bulkier group is there, so that's why there will be a repulsion. So that's why this base accept the, you know, hydrogen here, and this bond will come here and chlorine will be removed. Then which product you will get? Less substituted alkenes are the major product when the base is a bulkier. Clear ma? So that's why what is, if you take here alcoholic KOH, if I take, then what happen you see? If I take alcoholic KOH, then here OH minus, here OH minus is very small. Very small means it can remove the hydrogen from here and it can remove the hydrogen from here also. Both the hydrogen it can remove. But which one it removes? This will remove. Why? Because if this hydrogen is removed, then the alkene is a most stable. Clear ma? So that's why your option is potassium tertiary butoxide and heat. You have to take, that is potassium or sodium tertiary butoxide. Then Hoffman elimination takes place. What is Hoffman elimination? Less substituted alkenes are major product. Why less substituted? Because base we are taking bulkier, so that's why where hydrogen is, it is free, not it is with the bulkier groups, that hydrogen will be removed. Clear ma? Next one. And coming to the question number 19. See the 19th question. This is based upon SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism you already know. Transition state what it is. Clear ma? So they are asking what is the transition state. Simply we will discuss first of all what is the SN1 mechanism. OH minus ion, and we have taken here there is a hydrogen and here there is a hydrogen and chlorine or bromine. They have taken like this. Clear ma? So now what will happen here? Transition state forms takes place because a nucleophile attacks the carbon from the back side opposite direction to the bromine. Then which one you will get here? There will be a H and here H and here there is a H. Clear ma? So this bond will break slowly and this OH bond will form, but which charge both acquires? Both will acquires the negative charges. Then what will happen? Inversion product you will get, and you will get here H and there will be a H and here there is a H and OH will be here and Br minus will be removed. This is SN2 mechanism. Once we recall again here. So now see the answer. What is the correct one? See, and here nucleophile is there. They have given in the orbital manner. So which one is their option here? First option, because nucleophile is attacking bond with the what it is carbon, and nucleophile is getting which charge? Negative charge. And here also bromine is having which charge? Negative charge. That is. So your option should be option 1. Clear ma? Next one. Question number 20. Question number 20. Clear? Best method for the preparation of. Yeah, so we have already discussed so many times this question. Best method for the preparation of CH3O, CH3, CH3 and CH3, Williamson's reaction. Have we discussed or not? Yes, we have discussed. And this is, you know, ethers synthesis. Ethers synthesis means mainly you have to think about the, which one here? Williamson synthesis. You know that. What is the Williamson synthesis? In the Williamson synthesis, one is the alkyl halide and another one is the alkoxides, sodium alkoxides or potassium alkoxide. But you know, and SN2 means Williamson's reaction follows which mechanism? SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism means alkyl halide should be smaller or bulkier. Alkyl halide should be smaller group. Clear ma? So that's why to prepare this, we have two possibilities. Clear ma? So we have discussed so many times and previous also. One is I can take CH3ONA plus I can take tertiary alkyl halide CH3 and suppose Br. And another chance is what it is ma? Another chance I can take here methyl chloride and the base is bulkier here, and here you know nucleophile is bulkier. Na and plus and what it is ma? OH minus. Which one is the correct method? This method or this method? See ma, here alkyl halide, it follows which mechanism? SN2. SN2 means alkyl halide should be methyl chloride or simple primary alkyl halide. So methyl chloride you take and it should be, you know, and sodium alkoxide can be bulkier because it attack here and chlorine will be removed, you will get this. But here it cannot take place. Why? Because to remove the bromine and it has to attack, nucleophile should attack here. So attack here means which groups are there? Tertiary groups are there, they cannot allow. So that's why you already know tertiary alkyl halides and show the zero reactivity towards the SN2 mechanism. So that's why this is your answer. So you have to take the which one ma? You have to take oxide is alkoxide is tertiary and methyl bromide. Option 3 is the correct one. Clear ma? Next one. Coming to the question number 21. So simple question. In a acid catalyzed dehydration of alcohols to alkane, the intermediate species is formed. Previous only I have mentioned alcohols to alkane, H plus and heat. So what is the intermediate we have discussed? Carbocation is a intermediate. So option 2 is the correct one. Option 2 is the which one here? Correct one. Clear? Next one. Next one they have given here, you know, 22nd question. So what they have given, so this is the bromine and here there is a bromine and here there is a zinc. Clear? Then we are getting here alkene plus ZnBr2. ZnBr2. Clear? See now. So this reaction is case of which reaction ma it is? You know, it is one is it is alpha and another one is which one ma? Beta. Clear ma? So zinc, what happened here? It removes the 2 bromine atoms. So which remove? One is here, see, zinc attack here, then bromine will come and this bromine again attack on the zinc. Clear ma? Means you have to remove simply 2 bromine atoms. Which elimination? Elimination is a which elimination? Beta elimination. Clear ma? So previous you see, and this is a bromine and here bromine. Previous we have to consider this is a hydrogen. Elimination reaction is a beta elimination. H and Br. This is alpha and this is which one ma? Beta. Beta elimination. Instead of H, what is there here? Bromine. With which one here? Zinc. So that's why elimination is a which one? Here beta elimination. That is important. So remember, always elimination, always anti-elimination only. Clear ma? Means hydrogen and bromine should be in which position? Anti-position, then elimination reaction takes place very fast. Clear ma? Hydrogen is above and bromine is below, then the elimination takes place very fast. Clear ma? Always addition is anti-addition. Always addition is bromine and bromine will be oppositely added. Elimination also very fast when both the eliminate groups are in opposite direction. Clear ma it is? So anti-elimination here also. Next one. Coming to the question number 23. Question number 23. So which of the following cannot undergo E2 elimination? E2 reaction. E2 reaction means elimination reaction. Clear ma? Like substitution reactions, nucleophilic substitution reactions are there, SN1 and SN2. Elimination reactions also like E1 and E2. So clear? So E2 reaction means elimination reaction. Which do not undergo elimination E2 reaction. Clear ma? So they have given options here. One is CH3 and here CH2Br. Clear ma? Second option. Second option they have given here is CH3 and here there is a Br and here CH3. Next one. Third option is they mentioned CH2Br. CH2Br and here there is a CH3. None of the above. Clear ma? So what they have given here, you know that elimination reaction means bromine and hydrogen should be removed. Hydrogen, which hydrogen should be removed? Beta hydrogen, that you have to remember. Clear? Now you see, this is bromine attached carbon, we will call as a alpha carbon. Alpha carbon attached carbon we will call as a, this carbon is called as a beta carbon. But this carbon, beta carbon is having any hydrogens here? No, because this carbon is having how many bonds here? 4 bonds. So that's why it doesn't have the beta hydrogen. If there is no beta hydrogen, there is no elimination reaction. So that's why this compound will not involved in the elimination reaction. But here this is bromine attached carbon. This carbon is alpha. Here this carbon is a beta and this carbon also beta. Here 2 hydrogens are there, here 1 hydrogen is there. It involved in the elimination reaction. Here also there is a 1 beta hydrogen. This is alpha, this is beta. 1 hydrogen is here because carbon is having how many bonds? 3 bonds. 4th bond is which one? Hydrogen. So beta hydrogen is there. It also gives the elimination product, but this will not give the elimination product. To give the elimination product, that alkyl halide should have the at least 1 beta hydrogen. That is the concept. So what is the answer here? Answer option 1 is the correct one. Option 1 is the what it is the correct one. Next one, 24th question. Question number 24. Clear? So 24, they have given here the compound. Clear ma? So one is CH3 and here CH3 and here there is another CH3 they have given and here there is a Cl. Clear ma? Cl. Clear? And total number of SN1 products of given compound are. Easy, you already know this compound. No, this is the compound alkyl halide. SN1 products they are asking. So you know that SN1 products means we have to treat this one with the nucleophile. When we treat this compound with the nucleophile, first of all chlorine will be removed and you will get the which one? Carbocation here. When there is a carbocation is formed, then nucleophile will attack. Nucleophile can attack. Carbocation means it is a planar. Nucleophile can attack from the front side or it can attack from the back side. Clear ma? Means front side means retention production and back side means inversion production. You will get how many products here? 2 products. So with this chlorine is removed, then you will get the positive charge here. You will get the 2 products. Am I correct? Yes. Why? Because here positive charge, nucleophile can attack from the front side or from the back side. Now carbocation is an intermediate. I already mentioned there is a chance of rearrangement. Now here there is a 1 hydrogen. Then 1 hydrogen is means it involves in the rearrangement. This hydrogen with the negative charge will come to the positive charge. Negative and positive, what it is? Bond formation. Then what the compound you will get here? You will get the compound is, and here there is a CH3. Here positive charge will be there. Again here positive charge. Here how many compounds you got? One is a retention product and another one is an inversion product, and again rearrangement takes place. Then again you will get the tertiary carbocation. Here secondary carbocation and here it is which carbocation? Tertiary. When tertiary is there, again it is a planar. Planar means nucleophile can attack from the front side or from the back side. Again how many products you will get? 2. So here 2 and here 2. Total how many products you will get? 4. Your option 2 is the correct one.